Hi Felters, and finally welcome to your Woodland Advent Calendar 2025. I'm very excited. We're going to get to start opening the parcels. Now, I did a little intro video yesterday, nothing amazing in it, just running through all the things you should have found in your box. So day one, right, so the bag, just in case you missed it, that's the bag with your hair print on it. We don't need to open that today. So I'll put that away, and then you've got, sorry about the crinkling, a number 1 and a number 2. So today, 1st of December, we're going to open number 1. So we're going to do it together. Now, don't be put off by the size. Now, yeah, it is big. That's the only problem I had. When I put it together, it was too big to go in the bag, so it had to go separate. So let's open it up. And this is going to reveal exactly what it is. So number 1, take out, but with care, because it's got a couple of sort of sharp edges. This is, guess what it's going to be? I think you can work it out now if you didn't know. It's going to be a wreath. That's what we're going to make. And next up, a huge amount of core wool. Sorry about it being so large. Just want to make sure you have everything. And then very carefully, you've got a mat. And you've got 3 needles. We've got a silver, a red and a green. So silver's the 32 triangular. I think green is the 36. Oh, I'll have to look it up. And red is the 38. But they're all triangular. And that is it. So we can put that bag down now. And so what we're going to do is get a cup of tea. I've got my Christmas mug from Next. Really good value, £7 for a fine bone china mug. I've got my cup of tea. I'll just put that to the side. And let's get started. So you probably won't need your mat to begin with, or your needles. What we're going to do now is just get a section of core wool and wrap it around the frame. You should be able to find the end. I should have tucked it in somewhere. This is carded Cheviot slivers, I think, from World of Wool. So we're going to take a section or 2 off. Just enough that, you know, because you're going to be wrapping it round, and it's really annoying if you've got too much. So I did a 1, 2, 3 arm lengths. And I did find, you know, I looked at other ways to do the inside of a wreath, and I didn't like it. So we just wrap it around on itself, and then honestly, we're not going to do much felting to begin with, and then you're just going to tuck it in basically. And this, yes, is going to be painful. I really apologise. But this is the first layer. We're going to get it done. Try and hold it up a bit higher. There will be wool everywhere. So as you wrap it, it's great if you can just keep it flat. Like that. You don't really want to twist it. Doesn't matter if you do, because this is the very inner layer. But I think, I just dropped it. It's better if you keep it flat. We're just going to work our way around the wreath. Now, this wreath is a project in itself, and it's going to take you 1 to 2 weeks. I am not expecting you to complete this in today's video. I am going to do it today. I've pre-filmed these, obviously, but I'm going to spend a couple of days finishing it. So you see, there we go. And I know you might think, oh, couldn't you have just wrapped something a bit bigger around it? But I think this is the best way of doing it. And to be fair, the carded Cheviot slivers are quite cheap. So you'll probably do this a little bit better than me. I'm trying to do it whilst holding it up in the air for you. So let's get going. I might forward some of this, so I'll keep going, and I'll see you in a minute when I've wrapped all of these. I've come to the end of that length of wool, and it doesn't matter, it hasn't finished it all the way around. I must admit, doing the first layer covers up the sharp edges on the wreath, so it's really nice once you've covered it up. And so just fold it round on itself, and we're just going to take the silver, probably do this flat on your mat, and then just give it a few stabs just to secure that end in, so that will stay. All right, get another stretch of wool from your football. Just be very careful, you know, as you take it off, don't get any sort of strands peeling off. You want it to come off neatly as a slither, so we don't want, that's about enough. So that is 1, 2, that's sort of 2 arms worth, just to make it a bit easier on me. And again, you don't even have to attach the first bit, just fold it round on itself, and the wool will start to go, sort of pull through easier once you've covered all the wreath. Mine kept getting caught on the wreath, like that bit there, it just got caught. And just keep going. And now, once you get to the end, you just carry on wrapping. So we're going to wrap probably about 3 layers. So 3 times all the way round. And you want to move it along. You don't want it to wrap it on itself. You do want to move it along each time, just so you get a general coverage. And yeah, it's easily going to take at least 3 layers, and then we might give it a little needle felt. We are not going to smooth this all over until we have the top coat on it. We are going to sort of felt it together a bit, and that's where I talked about having some sort of multi-needle tool. The clover pen, like I would have shown you yesterday, is a really useful one for this. And just the 2 needles in it. Sorry, just hold it up a bit. Wool will be everywhere. That's why my tea is behind me over there. I'm so sorry about the amount of wool that this will produce as you're doing this. And then, so that I've gone all the way round. I don't think you need a thickness measurement yet. We will do thickness measurements as we go on. But because I've wrapped it nice and tight, it doesn't need any felting. We'll just keep going for a couple of layers. And it doesn't matter that you know where you started as you're wrapping round. You're just going to be looking at it to see about whether it's even. You know, like now I'm into the 2nd layer, but it doesn't really matter. You'll see as you go along, just trying to get the whole thing even. And now it is a lot easier to wrap because it's not getting caught on the wreath. I think I probably had my arm in the way the whole time there. And there we go. Just keep going. Now I'm going to put you on time lapse. I might put you down on the mat in a minute. So there we go. So we've got to that finish point, and I do felt it a little bit like this because I'm going to have to put it down. So the 32 is great because it's a nice thick needle, and if you hit the frame it shouldn't break. So there we go. So I've gone, that's about the only bit that's 2nd thickness you can see. And now we're just going to, and if you forget which way round you're going as well, like you look at it and you go, oh, which way, it doesn't really matter. You can see that's slightly thicker. So we're going to do another couple of rounds. I'd say do 2, and I'll meet you back in a minute. I might do a time lapse. It's a bit of an upper arm workout. So I'm on the last patch of vegetable matter. You don't really need to worry about it, but you know me, I'm always pulling bits out. I'm on the last patch of the third round, and you can literally see that's the bit that's a little bit thinner. Now, I did want to say occasionally it did twist a little bit, the slither as you're going around. It's not the end of the world. It straightens itself. Just try and keep it straight. And what else did I want to say? Tight. You want to keep it fairly tight. You do not want loose and flappy, because it's just going to help you when it comes to smoothing it all out. Right, so just using the 32, couple of stabs just to keep that in. So we can see already it's a good size. Now I'm going to get a soft tape measure. If you don't have a soft tape measure, get a piece of string or something. Or I'll try and do measurements across as well, so you don't have to go and get a piece of string. Just to show you where we're at. And again, it's not been felted at all. It's at least 2.5 inches that way, sort of in from that bit to that bit. And just if you do want this bit, you don't need it, honestly. It's going to be completely up to you how thick you want this. You want it thicker than this. This is 7.5 inches when I went all the way round. So do another 2 layers. You should have more than enough for another 2 layers. And before we get to the end of this, we are just going to keep aside probably a couple of sections, probably about that much, just as spares for the whole Advent calendar. And as I say, that might be all you want to do tonight, or today. Just take your time. You've got plenty of time for this. You do not have to do all of this video today. There's going to be about 8 projects in this Advent calendar. There's going to be days off so that you can catch up, because I've done Advent calendars. I've got a dog at the door. 2 seconds, Gracie. So we've got plenty of time to do this. You know, you're not going to have to be rushing. Right, I'll go and let Gracie in. I'll do another 2 rounds and I'll see you in a bit. Gracie? Ooh. Oh. Hello. Here we are. It's a bit later on, and I have done the 2 rounds like I said I would, and then I've just got a small handful of wool left over. I'm just going to keep that as spares for during the project. So not felted, I've just wrapped and felted the end in. We are definitely looking at a good 4 inches across that way, maybe a bit more. And then if you do have a soft tape measure, about 10 inches. So what we're going to do now is just take your 32 or your clover pen, and we're just going to stab it all over. Now, if you're not enjoying using the 32, you can go to a slightly smaller needle. I can tell you this is going to take you a long time. If you've just got a single needle, it would be so much better with a multi-needle tool holder. And I've got my 240 triangulars, and I'm not going to go mad. I'm just going to go roughly around it, because we are going to put the next layer on, and then we are going to spend a bit of time. But however, it's nice just to go around it a little bit quite quickly and just start to lightly bring it together. It's a bit later on in the day, sorry about the lighting. So you can see it's really bumpy, but I'm just felting it a little bit, not much. I just want it to stay together, and we're going to go all the way over it, all the way round, and it just makes sure it keeps its form, and all the way around the back as well. So all on that side. And as I said, you could do one side in one day, one side in the other day. Just take your time. There's no hurry with this. Even though we're going to open day 2 tomorrow, you have plenty of time. So I can start to feel the metal. So just hold your pen lightly, your clover pen or whatever you've got, so that if you hit the metal it bounces off, but really it's quite deep inside at this point. And I would expect this to take me one side about 20 minutes with a cup of tea. So I'm going to do both sides, and then we'll have a look at it before we say that's it for day one. Here we are about halfway through, just to show you I've done all of this side, and then I sort of hold it up and get the inside. The outside sort of gets left till the last bit. So I'm this far through on this side. You can see how much I'm felting it down. So it does take, that easily took me about, to get to this stage, at least 40 minutes, 50 minutes. Just take your time, enjoy it. And like I said, I'm not doing it super close, but I am, you know, firming it up a bit. And then we're going to put the top layer on, and that's the one we're going to spend quite a bit of time on. If you can, I have to say, there is an option with this. If you don't have much time, you don't have to smooth every little bit. You can just go over it like this. But I like it to have just a nice smooth finish. And so I've gone round and I leave this last bit here, this bit here, till the end, because then I sort of smooth it down nicely. Once I've done either side, I'll then stand it right up and go across the bridge. So yeah, just get this done, you know, slowly in the background. It doesn't need to be all finished in one day. I don't like big bits of vegetable matter. There's quite a bit, so you do have to pull it out. Well, you don't. It's just that if you get a hard bit of vegetable matter, it might break your needle. But yeah, you can see the kind of felting I'm doing. So not super close together, moving it about as I go. And so it's going to be at least another, I'd say at least another half an hour to get this finished. But give yourself a break with your hands and your arms and your shoulders. Don't forget to get up and move around. There we go, that is all finished. Or is it? This looks a bit soft there. So when you do the inside bits, I hold it up like that to get to them. And when you do the outside bits, I hold it up in my lap, sort of really close to me. I can't sort of show you, it's like back here by the desk, and then I can get to the outside bits easily without bending my hand too much. So this is great as well if you've got a little bit of spare. If you have any dips that are really big, I've got a couple, but they're not that big, and we're going to add another layer, so don't panic. And then the other thing to say is take your time. You don't have to do this. Oh, there's a dip there. See, that's a bit dippy. I could do that. And then I can just go like that and add it on. And then felt it down. And I'll clean that up in a minute. Don't stay up late on day one doing this. It is not essential. You've literally got ages to complete this in the background, like on a day that you don't want to do much, because it's like quite mindless. And when we do the next bit, which we're going to open tomorrow, that's going to take a little bit longer. So it's just a little project to have in the background. And I'd love it done, you know, in the first 2 weeks is plenty of time. But there we go. So that looks a bit of a mess. Let's turn it over. That looks a mess too. Right, so there we go. Day one, all done. I realised I didn't measure it. I'm back. So after you've felted it down, I'd say it's about 3.5 inches across. And again, it doesn't have to be spot on. It's just a nice thick enough base, you can tell. And it's now 9.5. All the way around. So like I said, if you want to know this measurement, get a piece of string and then hold it round there and then measure it, the piece of string on here, and it will give you the measurement. But yeah, there we go. Now day one all done.